Hi, it's Mr. Anderson, and today I'm going to show you the diffusion demo of the Lab 1 diffusion and osmosis lab. And so first of all, to review, what is diffusion? Diffusion, remember, is the movement of molecules from an area of high concentration to low concentrations just due to molecular motion. So if we put some food coloring in water, the food coloring is just going to move apart. And that's because the molecules are moving. And so it's going to move apart until the concentration throughout is going to be the same. And so, basically what you're going to try to answer after watching this diffusion demo is rank the following from smallest to largest. Starch, glucose, water, the pores in the dialysis tubing, and then finally IKI, or Lugol solution. So first of all, I should probably describe what all of these things are. Starch is going to be a polysaccharide, and so before we talk about what a polysaccharide is, we should talk about what a saccharide is, or a monosaccharide. Glucose is a monosaccharide. That means it's essentially C6H12O6, and so it is 6 carbons organized kind of in a hexagon. It's got a lot of oxygen and hydrogen around the outside, and so that's a monosaccharide. If you look at starch, so starch like that's found in a potato, starch is going to be a number of monosaccharides attached together. And so we call that a polysaccharide. And it's not just going to be a few, like I'm drawing right here. A good starch or a good polysaccharide is going to have thousands of these glucose molecules attached together over and over and over. And so starch and glucose are both sugars, both carbohydrates. It's just that starch happens to be a little bit bigger. Hopefully you're familiar with water. Water is going to be made up of 2 things. You're going to have one oxygen atom, and then you're going to have 2 hydrogen atoms attached on the side. And so water is simply H2O. Next one is the pores in the dialysis tubing. So we're going to put some liquid inside of dialysis tubing. We'll seal it off on either side. So it's going to be sealed off like that. But the pores in the dialysis tubing are going to be these microscopic holes that are in the dialysis tubing. Remember, dialysis tubing is used in kidney dialysis. So they're you can't really even see the holes at all, but they're really, really tiny. And then the last thing is Lugol solution, or IKI. The big thing that you're looking for here is going to be the iodine that's found in the Lugol solution. The big thing that you need to know is that if you ever have Lugol solution and starch in the same place at the same time, you're going to get a real blue color. So it turns to a blue color. In other words, if you were to take a potato and then just put Lugol solution on it, you're going to get blue coloration on that potato. That's just due to a chemical reaction. But we use Lugol solution, or IKI, as an indicator of starch, so where we're going to find starch. And so after you watch this demo, what you want to be able to do is rank the following: starch, glucose, water, pores in the dialysis tubing, and then finally IKI. You want to be able to rank all of those from the smallest to the biggest. Okay. So the video, since I'm at home, you can tell I don't have the chemistry equipment right here. And so I'm going to grab a video from YouTube. This one is I'm taking from Road to Utopia, and it's got quite a few hits, 32,000. It's been around for a while, but it just shows you a demonstration of this. And so thank you to Road to Utopia. You probably want to visit it to see the whole video. I'm just going to show you a portion of it. And if you go there, you'll also see a really good video of a dancing robot toy, which is worth the trip as well. And so thank you for that. But this is the diffusion experiment. So first of all, let me kind of get it started. Let's get it started. So let me stop it right there and draw on it a little bit. So what do we have in this experiment? We have in here a bag. This is that bag of dialysis tubing. You can see that it's kind of a whitish, kind of a yellowish color. It's kind of sealed off on the sides. And so if we look at what's in there, inside here, we're going to have 2 things. We're going to put starch in it to begin with. Starch solution. And then we're also going to put glucose inside there. And then the other thing that we put, just to dissolve those, is going to be water. So we have those 3 things inside the dialysis tubing. Outside the dialysis tubing, so in this area out here, in the liquid portion of the beaker, we've got so out here, we've got water. And then we've also got the Lugol solution, so we have this IK. All right. The other thing you normally do before you start this is you start looking at the presence of glucose or the absence of glucose. And so you do that using these glucose test strips right over here. They're used to monitor glucose levels. So if you're a diabetic, it's a good way to see how much glucose there is in your urine is what we're looking at. Because if you have high glucose levels, it's an indicator of problems with regulating blood sugar. And so what you do is you put a strip into the fluid, and then it will change to a color. So it'll start as a blue color, but it can move all the way up to a red color. This is what I use in class to figure out if there's glucose present. And so if we were to take this glucose strip and put it inside this, are we going to find glucose? The answer is yes. So we'll have a positive out here. And I just said over here a second ago that there's glucose in there, so that shouldn't be a surprise. If we were to take a test strip and look out here, we're going to find glucose out here. We'll have a negative for that. So there's no glucose out here to start with, but there's no glucose inside. And so this is what it looks like when it starts. So I'm going to have to get rid of this writing for a second, and then we'll play the video for a bit.
I think in the lower place.
You can see immediately that it starts to get coloration change inside the beaker. And let me kind of move it up a little bit faster, so it'll look all the way out here.
Right.
Let me play it there.
My friends are over after all.
So this is like 10 minutes later. And so now, 10 minutes later, when you pull it out, we got the same dialysis bag. It seems like the color has changed a little bit. If we were to now test it for glucose, what we would find is that there is still going to be a positive for glucose inside. But now if we look out here, there's going to be a positive for glucose out there with a test strip. And so that's kind of all the diffusion demonstration is. So now your goal is to figure out from smallest to largest, can you rank these 5 things? And you're going to have to use an understanding of diffusion, but you're also going to have to use logic to figure that out. And I'm not going to tell you the answer, so I hope that's somewhat helpful. Hi, it's Mr. Anderson, and today I'm trying to answer that question that may puzzle you. It's called, why are cells small? Why are all cells microscopic? And so before I get to that, I want to kind of start with a problem. So if we take a piece of paper, we'll call this paper 1, we'll call this next one paper 2.
There is a first prize,
and roll them up into a cylinder. And so paper 1, I'm going to roll up into a cylinder like this. So we're going to call this one tall and skinny. And then paper 2, we're going to roll up like this. So we're going to go the other way. And we're going to roll it up like this.
Two
we'll
papers.
Call that a little shorter and a little more round. And so the question is, which of those is going to have the greatest volume? So you may want to think about that for a second. This is a problem that I missed the first time I ever saw it. And so we've got 2 cylinders. I've kind of done it with the same. It's 8.5 by 11 paper. I've rolled this one into that tall and slender, and this one in the short and not so slender. So the question is, which one of these has the greatest volume? So you might think 1 does, you might think 2 does, or you might, if you're really bright, you might think that they're going to have the same exact volume. So there's really only one way to figure that out. We could do geometry, but what I'm going to do, since I teach biology, is I'm going to fill this one up with bark.
Right here, really. That's fully. What kind of you have to do it? This is an emergency like this. Maybe it has to be a louder place. Right there. Of course you do.
So we'll say that 1. So cylinder 1 is filled up with this much bark.
I have enough for when I hear like this.
So now I'm going to take cylinder 2 and put that over the top.
Well, guys, I feel
like that. And so if I pull out 1, a few things could happen. Number 1, if 1 has a greater volume, then it's going to overflow 2. If 2 has a greater volume, it's not going to quite fill it up. And if they have the same volume, it should kind of top it up. Or it might just fall apart and make a total mess. So let's see. Make sure you've locked in your guess and pull this up.
You must be all over the place here. I'm getting away how I like it. Why is something new? Must be a lot.
So the right answer is that 2 has a greater volume than 1. So that might seem a little weird. I showed this one in class, and one kid accurately figured out The surface area isn't the same because this one's going to have a greater surface area on the top.
They never developed
But something
VHS
happened when we went from
Loverero.
something real tall and skinny to something fat and not so skinny. And
Neglection.
you could imagine if we kept going and going and going, there'd be like a perfect object right here that would have the greatest amount of volume for the least amount of surface area, and that would be a sphere. And so there's a few things going on. One big thing is that we're trying to maximize the volume. And so in biology, if we ever try to maximize the volume, something's going to look a lot like
my friend Alan has me here.
A sphere.
You must be a
and so this is set to something called Allen's rule, and it applies to all endotherms, or all warm-blooded animals. And the idea is this: the farther you live from the equator, the more you're going to look like a sphere. And so if we look at early pictures, this is an early picture of an Eskimo family, or an Inuit family, we're going to find that they're going to have shorter legs, shorter arms, stockier appearance. And the reason why, just like a polar bear, is that they want to maximize their volume because they don't want to lose a lot of energy in the form of heat. Likewise, when we go towards the equator, the people are going to look more tall and more skinny, and that's because they want to maximize their surface area. And so they want to get rid of heat. And so these are some Maasai warriors doing this jumping dance, and they're going to be really tall and slender. But it also gets to the idea of why cells are small. And so why are cells small? Well, by making them smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, what we can do is we could maximize their surface area. So this is a bunch of bark, but it used to be one chunk of bark. And with that one chunk of bark, you had a relatively small surface area compared to the volume. But by chopping it up, now we have all the surface area on all sides of the bark. So you know this, if you're trying to start a fire, it's important to cut that wood down to small bits, and so we can have reactions around the outside. It's much easier to get chemical reactions. It's much easier to start the fire. But likewise, our cells are small for the same exact reason. Our cells are small because we want to maximize the surface area on the outside. And the reason why is that we have to get nutrients into the cell, oxygen. We have to get waste products out, like carbon dioxide. And so if we can make our cells really, really small, then we have a large surface area. And also that oxygen then doesn't have to diffuse so far to get into the cell, or the carbon dioxide diffuse so far to get out. So that's why cells are small. If you're smart, you should be thinking, okay, if cells are small, that's good. Why aren't they infinitely small? Why don't we make them as small as they possibly could be? And the reason why is that if we make them too small, then we can't fit the machinery of the cell inside it. So we can't fit the DNA, the proteins, and the machinery of the cell. And so the neat thing is that there's about a perfect sweet spot for all eukaryotic cells and a sweet spot for all prokaryotic cells. And they're all roughly the same size. And it all goes back to maximizing surface area compared to volume. And so that's cells, that's wood, that's cylinders, a little geometry, and I hope that's helpful.